A disgraced former Ohio judge went to prison in 2014 for beating his then wife, has pleaded guilty to stabbing her to death in front of their children. On Tuesday, the former Judge Lance Mason pleaded guilty to aggravated murder and other charges in the 2018 death of his ex-wife, Isha Fraser. Lance Mason faces life in prison without parole. On November 17th, Shaker Heights police officers responded to a 911 call made by Mason's sister, saying Mason had stabbed his estranged wife outside her home. Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Michael O'Malley told reporters outside the courtroom on Tuesday that Mason had been lying in wait for Fraser to drop off their children at his sister's home. He was on a singular mission to murder her that day, O'Malley said. Absolutely. That was his goal, and whether his children were there, whether neighbors were there, whether his sister was there, he was going to kill her on that morning. While O'Malley would not say what motivated Mason to kill his wife, he did reveal he had been angry about something that happened a few days earlier related to just being a parent. There's nothing, no reason, no act that should ever cause a human being to lash out and murder another human being, O'Malley said. I don't care what he thinks or what he thought justified it. Nothing justifies it. In 2015, Mason was sentenced to prison for domestic violence after he punched Fraser 20 times and slammed her head against the dashboard of their car 5 times the year before. Fraser had to have facial reconstruction surgery, while Mason was subsequently removed from the bench. Lance Mason was also a former state representative and state senator. After serving 9 months, Mason was granted judicial release. In a letter written to Fraser as part of his petition for early release, Mason apologized for his actions. Fraser was a teacher at Woodbury Elementary School. She had worked in the school system in Shaker Heights, where her 2 children were students for 16 years. O'Malley said his office never considered offering Mason a chance to plead guilty to lesser charges. O'Malley says he plans on fighting for Mason to remain behind bars for his entire life. Domestic violence and this kind of domestic abuse crosses all socioeconomic classes and races, and the reality is we see it too often in these communities. By making him accept every count, we're attempting to send him a message to the people in this county that it will not be tolerated, O'Malley said Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. If you are in an abusive relationship and you want out or someone to talk to, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. God bless.